right. I just got back from the baseball game. The Mets won, thankfully, 5-4. It was looking kind of hairy there for a minute there. But it started off kind of bad because, like I said, I was going to the game with my brothers, and my one brother was supposed to meet me at my house at 11:30, didn't show up until after 1:30. Actually, I was on my way there. I was going to leave him here because he didn't show up like he was supposed to. When I texted him on Tuesday telling him to meet me in my house at 11:30 so we could leave at 12:30 and meet my brother downtown at 34th Street and then go to Citifield and be there a little bit after 2 so we could see the ceremony for Keith Hernandez, they're retiring his number. But of course my brother didn't show up till, he didn't even show up. I had left the house at just before 1:30 because I was just fed up that he kept saying he was coming and he wasn't here yet. So I was walking on my way to something, and then he actually called me and said, "Oh, I'm right behind you." And I see him walking up the hill eating a pizza. I said, all casual. And I said, "Listen, your word gotta mean something. I told you 11:30 and you say okay, you were okay with it, but you still showed up late." Okay, I was really in a bad mood, really pissed off, but I kind of let it go until we got downtown, met my brother, and of course the train wasn't running right. We got off at 42nd Street. Actually, we had to stay on the 42nd Street train, which stopped at 14th Street, the next stop, then go over to the uptown side to go up to get off at 34th. And then we waited down on 34th for my brother to come pick us up. And then by the time we got to, because there was construction, so they kind of rerouted us. And by the time we got to Citifield, it was after 4. And then, of course, there was no parking because we got there, just before the game time, which started at 4:10. And of course, we actually get to the point where we could find parking, and my brother was just going to drop me and my other brother off, and then he was just going to go home, drive home. But then thankfully, luck was on our side, and one of his captains that was directing the parking told us and other people that we could park on the island. Like they had an island in the middle of the street that was wide enough that you could park cars on either side. And he told us, y'all people can park here. And I said, oh, thankfully. And that was great. So that way, then we got out and we got into Citifield. But of course, we were too late, so they were out of the bobblehead, Keith Hernandez bobbleheads, which really kind of pissed me off too, because I wanted one of those, and I wanted to see the ceremony, which was at 3:30. So I guess I'll have to watch that on YouTube. But anyway, we got to this, and we was enjoying the game. The game was like topsy-turvy and everything else. And then, of course, the Mets made a comeback in the 10th inning. It kept going up and down. The Mets come back, and they actually won in the 10th inning on a walk-off error by the Marlins, but I'll take it. So we walked home early. And also, what I got was this Keith Hernandez bat, Keith Hernandez Day bat from my brother. He bought it for me, which I really appreciate. There we go. So I have that. So I have that as memento. Even though I don't have the bobblehead, I'll take this. And so it did turn out. Overall, we had a good time. It just started out bad, and in the middle it was kind of rough. But it ultimately ended well with the Mets winning, and I got me this Louisville Slugger for Keith Hernandez Day. Bat my brother bought me, which I really appreciate. Okay, and so and the Mets won in a walk-off fashion, so it's all good. So that's it. And next thing you'll see is a couple of pictures that I took at Citifield, me and my brothers. Okay, so later.